Hi, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, Connor on Chain. In this video, I want to cover a very important topic, a very important idea when it comes to the top front and center narrative going forward in this bull run. When it comes to AI, meme coins and AI are the top narratives, in my opinion, hands down. If you're not paying attention to these, or you just are not allocated into both right now, I think you're going to fade most of the gains the rest of the cycle. But with that being said, within AI, there are many different subcategories of AI. Like we got anything from BitTensor subnet projects. That's like a smaller AI narrative. GPU, CPU related projects. That's a major narrative. But then we also have a newer narrative that I think a lot of people are paying attention to, but they're also not paying attention to it in the right sense, in the right way. And that's what I want to get into right now is AI agents. AI agents, in my opinion, are going to be the literal front and center narrative going forward the next 3 to 6 months for AI. Just like we saw all of 2023 at the end into 2024, when AI coins went crazy last year, 95% of them were just GPU related AI plays. This time around, I think the front and center narrative will be AI agents. OpenAI is literally going to be launching their AI agents, and if they are fully working, fully functional, which I don't know why they wouldn't be, this is going to be huge. This alone may actually be one of the most major catalysts for AI agents to even pop off harder than they already have. Because currently I feel like we've had AI agents start to pop off, but kind of in the wrong way. Because I feel like we've just had all these, sentient meme coins, right? They're just AI meme coins, in my opinion. Some of them, yes, are pretty interesting. They actually got some good things behind them. But a lot of them are just meme coins that aren't even tied to the original project, right? When it comes to, a lot of these AI meme coins that, they have, yes, they might have an automated Twitter, things like that, but I'm looking at this AI agent narrative kind of outside of those Solana AI meme coins. Yes, have fun with those, but I think the real narratives are going to be the actual AI agent plays in the market. And for me, I don't even think it's just AI agent based AI coins, which I think that's what most people are focusing on, paying attention to right now. I was actually just looking into a few to see if I can start finding a few just, AI agent coins, because I know a few here, but I want to get into a bunch of different stuff here, because there's one project that is already built out, full out infrastructure for AI agents, and that is Virtual Protocol. Virtual is probably one of my favorite AI projects at the current moment right now. It's sitting at over 200 million, so definitely not a small cap, and this is not the full chart either. But yeah, liquidity is tiny here. I think it's just the pair that I have, or the pool rather, but $234 million market cap. Virtual Protocol, like I said, working full out infrastructure for AI agents to be built, created, to actually become sentient, as in, they can post autonomously on Twitter, things like that. This is Virtual. I can't pull the website up. It's just not been loading the last hour. But I want to show you guys within Virtual, there are a few AI agents in and of itself that I think have a lot of potential. But the thing is, though, is the reason why I like Virtual is, this project, this is the actual infrastructure behind it. But within this project, if you want to jump into AI agents within the Virtual Protocol, you have to buy the Virtual token. You got to interact with the token, and then you can actually buy into any sort of agents. So to me, it's the way you invest in it, it's almost like using a layer 3. So the token actually gets a ton of use, but the real speculation, this is what stands out to me when it comes to AI agents right now, is you're not speculating just on a coin. you're speculating on the idea of the future functionality of what this agent can actually accomplish autonomously. That is like the goal. That is the idea of speculating behind AI agents rather than just speculating on, an AI project. You know, that is how I look at it. I think the speculation can just go so much further with AI agents. Yes, it's still going to be high risk because obviously it's a brand new territory. Lots of these agents are not going to do shit. They're not going to do anything. But some of them probably will. That's why we got Luna, which is, the number one agent on virtual. She's basically a sentient AI that is always live on TikTok. She's doing things on posting on Twitter every single day, autonomously. And this chart is actually it's primed to start moving up. But Luna is probably going to literal billion, maybe even higher. I will call this now. I know for a fact, for me it's at 100 million. I think jumping into Luna is probably a better bet than jumping into any AI agent based play in the market. Because I think at the end of the day, what people want to speculate on is the actual agent rather than the infrastructure behind it. I've been trying to think of a comparison to that, but within crypto for something else. It kind of reminds me of, it's like you'd rather invest in I mean, it depends on the person, but I think for crypto gaming, for me personally, I personally like to invest in certain games, specifically if they look really good, versus just the infrastructure behind it. Because yes, it's going to be more high risk, but obviously if that game ends up becoming a top tier game, that game is just going to explode, right? Even though the infrastructure, yeah, it benefits both ways, but I don't think it's going to get as insane moves. I mean, again, I could be completely wrong on that, but that's how I personally look at it. And I think with AI agents, it's going to be something similar where, yeah, you got the infrastructure behind it doing it, but I think what people are going to want to invest in is the actual agent and what the agent is doing, But so I think Luna, honestly, is probably the number one agent. Yes, it is high cap, but the number one AI agent you could be looking at and focusing your attention on right now in the market. That I don't know. I just think it's a lot different than, even something like this. We got Lum. This thing has gone crazy. Someone in our Discord actually saw this, caught this all the way at the bottom. And then we got, just a lot of these AI agents, not even just on base, but it's even we got GOAT too. Because GOAT, obviously, I mean, again, that's kind of like an AI meme coin, but you can't deny what it's done and what it's doing, right? But just super interesting stuff, guys. To me, I just feel like the infrastructure too, though, can definitely be very good for the AI agent stuff. But for me, I think investing in the actual agents is going to be key. That's why in a minute, I want to pull up a few AI agents that I'm actually pretty bullish on and just things I'm paying attention to, right? Yeah, GOAT is at 1 billion, bro. That is crazy. Anyways, so let's get into a couple agents here, because I think one of the biggest things with GOAT, though, the thing about GOAT, though, is I don't know. I'm not even going to cover it. Anyway, so AIXBT is a newer agent launched. Well, actually, no, it did. It launched over 2 weeks ago. But this has started to moon now. A lot of these are starting to run up. Because again, you're speculating on the idea of what these agents can actually do. I think it's really cool. Kind of hard to explain, what I mean in other words or other ways if you guys don't understand what I'm saying here, but so this is AIXBT. So we post this agent basically just posts on Twitter. I don't know if it's every hour. Looks like almost every hour. Just posts different things going on going through crypto Twitter, whether it's listings, whether it's information on random coins, volume, just literally just random stuff that's going on within crypto Twitter space. Just posts a lot of stuff. Like Happy just hit an all-time high. This to me is actually a super cool idea. It's a fairly simple idea that could have been done by anyone, But that I think is a speculation within something like this. But keep in mind, guys, with these projects, a lot of projects on base, don't know why, their liquidity is terrible. Very low liquidity. What that means is just way higher volatility. It's if you have a ton of money and capital within a coin, you make a ton of X's, and then you go and try to sell, it's going to be very difficult without nuking and destroying the whole chart. So when you have very low liquidity, it's a very high risk if you're going to invest a major sum of capital, which again, I would not be full porting into these agents. Don't be throwing a crazy amount in. Just play it fair, play it normal, just use a safe amount of your portfolio. But you got to just keep this stuff in mind, because again, the volatility is going to be very, very fast in comparison to most coins because of the liquidity. But outside of that, I want to cover just one or two more agents. Misato this was one of the first newer agents that kind of came out, at least when I started looking more. I think Misato is just, they're still building. Definitely a long-term gem hold. But Misato is pretty good too. Like I said, they're still building. They're doing its thing. The developer is trying to kind of recreate a Luna, I think, with it, but do a little bit different, do a little more functionality with it in other aspects. So it's pretty interesting. They actually have NFTs right now that you can mint, but I think you need to hold a certain amount of Misato tokens to be able to mint. But the way you mint is through, you go on their website, and then you actually talk to, I guess, I don't know if it's just a random chatbot, or you're literally talking to Misato herself, and you tell her that you want to mint an NFT. You kind of create the elements of the NFT. Within that, you kind of tell her what you're looking for. It creates the NFT for you. It's actually really cool, really interesting. I've never seen that done before. So those could be a huge NFT as well. I don't think they're minted out yet. Currently just whitelist for that right now. Very interesting stuff. But another one too is, VU here. And then I want to get into another one or two protocols. This is Velvet Unicorn, same thing. This is definitely a high risk play too. I'd say all of these are very high risk. I mean, just look at the liquidity too, though. You gotta be careful with this stuff. But VU, Velvet Unicorn, they're kind of tied to Velvet Capital, and what this agent supposedly is going to do is they're going to be building their own vault almost within the Velvet Capital, whether you want to call it ecosystem, and they want this AI agent to autonomously invest in different coins in the space. So basically going to be like an autonomous trader for this, for Velvet Capital, which is pretty interesting. So again, it's highly speculative, but that's a speculation when it comes to these agents, I think it's pretty cool. But I do want to cover another project here, because like I said, I think a lot of these projects, as far as Solana AI meme coins, what I've seen though with them is a lot of them they're not real infrastructure. A lot of them are just people in the AI space, not even in crypto. They've been building some of this AI stuff, whatever AI infrastructure. Can I type today, bro? They're building this AI infrastructure, and then people are just dropping a pump fund meme coin, kind of, it's almost like a tribute to the AI, that what they're doing. To me, I think it's kind of stupid, even though people have been aping those up, right? But that is why I like these agents that have actual substance. They're not just a tribute token to what random person A is building in the AI space. You know, it's like anyone can do that with anything, right? It's like, bro, I can drop a pump fund on Connor's water. You know, it's like, yeah, I've been working on this bottle for years, right? It's nothing to do with me, though. If some random person dropped that, you know, to me, I like a lot of these agents with actual substance. But that's also not to take away from a lot of the agents, the meme coins over there that actually are, you know, working with wallets and actually trading, stuff like that. There are some of them out there doing really cool things. But what I've seen is most of them are just BS. Outside of that, we got Kira here. This is on Solana. This is another actual AI agent. This, to me, you know, this actually bottomed out down here. And chart is looking actually really good. This could end up being a huge play on Solana. And there's one other that, you know, I've covered in the Discord. I'm not going to bring it up right now here. But Kira to me looks very good. Sitting at 12 million, or not 12 million, 10.8. But same thing, Kira is backed basically by, you know, an actual project, right? That's been in the space for a while. This project though, Infera, I thought they initially were going to drop a token a long time ago. I've actually been watching Infera here since I think April or May. But they ended up dropping Kira, which is their, you know, AI agent for the platform. You know, I don't know. I like a lot of these agents that are actually backed by real people, a real team, a real infrastructure. You know, they're not just coming out of thin air off pump fun, you know. And obviously there's another one too, Imagine AI, which is on ETH. Which initially though, I think this team needs to show a little bit more of their project, because outside of their AI agent, you know, all this project really is, you know, it's kind of just like an image generator. I don't think it's anything crazy, but because they do have a really good AI agent right now, I think if they can start upgrading, you know, their website, a lot of their documentation, and just going fully focused on AI agents, this could definitely be a major AI agent play. But again, I think it's going to take them to really start focusing a lot more on their agent side rather than just their, you know, their website. But this is another one. On and off been watching, you know, it's had its pump because AI agents pumped, whatever, late October, all the way back down. So this, I would say, is very high risk at the moment. You know, I'm not buying this, I'm not holding this yet. I want to see some more development from them, you know, if I was going to actually jump in. But just want to show you guys this stuff. I try to be as early as possible with a lot of this stuff. It's been pretty hard on and off, but bro, that's crypto, you know. every day in crypto, always new opportunities that come out of nowhere. Actually, also too, there are even agents now on Bitcoin, which is something no one is talking about. Literally zero people, except a couple people in the Bitcoin space, I guess. But Cypher Genesis, this is one I faded personally. I didn't even buy it, and I saw it literally bottomed out. But same thing, we even got some AI agents building on Bitcoin, which is huge. Shout out to Butoshi, because he's one of the main, you know, AI agent builders in the Bitcoin space right now. You know, it's definitely been pretty interesting. It's at 16 million in market cap, so it's still pretty small, but you know, the potential for this, I think it's just runes and just the whole Bitcoin ecosystem. I think the biggest issue is just it's the way that you're buying and selling. I just don't know how much retail is going to actually want to do this. Learn more about Bitcoin wallets, learn about how to split your runes, you know. Personally, because it's like I've loved the Bitcoin DeFi sector for so long, but for me it's like, unless a lot of these runes are going to get liquidity onto Solana or Ethereum, you know, they're definitely they'll have a huge pump at some point, but I think the ones that are really gonna rip are going to have liquidity on Solana or ETH. I don't know how bullish I am on people fully coming back into the Bitcoin DeFi space with these wallets, creating this stuff, aping shit on, on native Bitcoin. I think it will happen in due time, but I just think the ease of use is just super hard, which I'm bringing that up though because, like I said, Cypher Genesis, this to me is probably a pretty good project long term. Again, obviously high risk as fuck, but again, to have a working AI agent on Bitcoin is pretty interesting. Same with Manko Rune, another one. They actually have an AI agent now too. But this kind of idea though, right? It's very interesting overall. Like, there's a lot of innovation going on across the board within the AI agent narrative. So outside of that, guys, that's what I wanted to cover in this video. I just think, bottom line, virtual protocol and that ecosystem and a lot of these AI agent based plays, are mainly like focusing on plays that have AI agents attached to them already, I think are going to be coins that end up running very hard. But also, yes, the infrastructure, a lot of different infrastructure plays, especially if they're low in market cap, will start running. Something to pay attention to is if you watch new launches for AI coins, if you just start watching new launches on Ethereum, this is what I do almost every single day, if not every day. Scroll through new launches on ETH and look for very new, fairly low market cap stuff. Gonna be super high risk, right? You need to make sure the website's good. Seems like the team's kind of building something. Seems like it's gotta have some sort of, infrastructure in place, and it doesn't look like a full out scam or a rug. With that being said, if you just look for new launches on ETH, the narrative for newer projects will be AI agent based. Because I don't know if I said this early in the video, but back in 2023 at the end into early 2024, this was the narrative for AI coins. Or no, I'm sorry, it was GPU. Anything that had GPU related to it and you saw it as a new launch went absolutely crazy. It was almost hard to lose if you got in somewhat early, like the first couple days. That is going to be the same exact thing in about a month, maybe even more, for AI agents. Anything related to AI agents, like if it's an infrastructure play for AI agents, they are going to run like crazy. Some of them already have. This project, I never bought this. I've seen this like 25 times on my timeline. But I haven't bought it because, again, I've been just heavily focused on actual agents. But it's down to 5 million. Again, high risk. I've not researched this. I've just seen it many times. But this could potentially be a play. I don't know. But definitely is. It's looking bearish for now, which it happens on a lot of hyped launches. It's probably gonna come down, bottom out, and then if AI agents start becoming the narrative, maybe this is just gonna have a huge recovery run, right? So again, I've not even researched this. Just take my word for it. Just look into it yourself first. But who knows? So I think a lot of these AI agent based plays are going to be the front and center narrative of AI. Because if you guys watched my other video, which I also don't know if I said this earlier too, but if you watch my other video, I covered like another AI based narrative, which is like robotics and stuff. But the thing is I think the front and center narrative of AI will be AI agents, but that doesn't mean you can't take the risk on a higher risk subcategory of AI, like robotics, right? That's something that I think is going to become a narrative as well. But at the moment, I think AI agents are going to be front and center. But I think we got robotics and GPU plays are now kind of like behind it, because I think they're not that they're more high risk, but robotics and anything like that, spatial intelligence, when it comes to robotics, as far as an actual AI narrative, That is something right now that's not even a thing yet. So that is way more high risk because there's zero attention on it. And people don't know that they should be focusing on it. It's going to take some sort of catalyst to really bring that in. But again, I'm very bullish on that as a narrative, but I don't think it's going to be a front and center narrative, which is what I'm trying to say at the moment in comparison to AI agents, because AI agents are already basically here, right? I think robotics may be the next AI agent like narrative. You know, 'cause AI agents right now are front and center. Maybe in a few months, AI agents kind of slow down. Maybe robotics just takes over. You know, some random company starts offering, you know, robots at a low price. You know, people see that tweet, they see the website, people are buying robots. It's all over TikTok now. Like that'll just take robotics in crypto just straight to the moon, right? I just don't think robotics like that is gonna be a narrative yet, a full out narrative. But again, that's what I'm getting at here. Kind of just continuing to go on a tangent, but outside of that, that is what I wanted to cover today, guys. I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks.